Hello! Today I'm designing a new outfit for my D&D character, Comet. If you've seen my channel before, you might be familiar with Comet from the video where I originally designed him. And since then, I have done formal wear, drawn what he looked like as a kid, but now it's time for a new outfit. Since we are currently in a very cold climate and I recently got a new chest plate in game, I wanted to update the design to match what's going on in the campaign right now. So that's what this is. But before we get into that, I was sent a tablet by the company Parblo to review. It is the Intangbo X7 tablet. I'm Canadian, so it's $88 Canadian, but in USD, that should be around $60, which is a decently affordable tablet. My old tablet was around $40. It's much smaller than this tablet is, so I was excited to get a bit more of a working area that I'm used to. And now the tablet comes in 3 different colors: pink, teal, and black, and I let them surprise me with the color. So here is an unboxing. It comes in this very cute little box. And I got this cute little pink one, which looks very cute at my desk. It matches my little Minecraft axolotl, so I'm very pleased with that. Now it comes with, of course, the tablet, and then we've got an instructions manual thing. It came with these very cute little stickers. We've got the pen, which was a lot sturdier than I expected. It's very like soft and just like I was surprised by the quality. Then we've got a little pen holder, I presume for travel purposes. I can't see myself using it on the regular, but keeping it around for travel so you don't lose it. A cleaning cloth, I suppose. I'm probably just gonna use it to clean my glasses. We've got one of those artist gloves to prevent friction when drawing if you've got sweaty or clammy hands. And then it came with 6 extra nibs, which is always nice to have. Then we've got the very nice, cute matching cord for the tablet. It's very long, which is really nice. And it's like a fabric cord, which I really like these because I ruin cords constantly. So I really liked this. It was a very pleasant surprise. It's very cute. Lastly, it comes with an adapter to plug into your phone. It is only compatible with Android. It does not support iOS. We've got this little knob on the tablet so you can set it to different things. We've got phone, pad, Chromebook, and customize. I just left it on phone when plugging it into my PC, and that worked fine. Speaking of which, the setup of the tablet, I just plugged it in and I installed the driver from their website, and it was super easy to set up. Something I thought was really nice is some tablets will make you uninstall your old tablet driver. And it didn't make me do that, so I can still use my old tablet if I ever wanted to, as well as this one, which is really nice. And then when you open their app, you can customize all the short keys. This tablet has 5 hotkeys you can customize, as well as 2 on the pen. But a standout one for me is this little wheel. I don't see that on a lot of tablets. I'm not super familiar with a lot of tablets, but I really liked the wheel to adjust brush size. And then you can also adjust the pressure sensitivity on this tablet. Just over 8,000 levels of sensitivity with 60-degree tilt support. So yeah, that's the tablet. They sent me this to review, but this is not a paid, so all my opinions about it that I will get to in a second are fully my own. But if you are interested in trying it out, I will link where you can buy it in the description. And they are also giving me a code that I have yet to receive. So that will be in the description if you are interested. And now on to the actual drawing itself. I am using this tablet for this entire speed paint. I did have to adjust the pressure sensitivity a few times throughout just to I've not set up tablet in so long, I didn't remember what I usually have it set to. But it's so easy to go in and out to change it if you want to. One thing I did note while using this is the texture of the tablet is a bit different from what I'm used to. My old tablet feels very smooth to draw on. This one has a bit more of texture to it, almost like paper, which I think could be a selling point for some people. I just had to take some time to get used to that. Just something to note, I suppose. And the short keys are very nice. I'm not usually one to use hotkeys, but when I did remember they existed, they were very nice. I especially love the wheel, as I mentioned before. Big fan. This is a new outfit for my character, Comet. Now, I wanted to keep a similar silhouette for this drawing. I did realize that in my other designs, I always have these big puffy sleeves, so I wanted to keep that just as like a sense of familiarity throughout the character, you know? In the original design, he's got a cropped vest, and I wanted to keep that sort of silhouette, so I used the chest plate to represent this sort of cropped look to them. Also, I left the collar poking out to keep that silhouette with the collar on the original. I feel like that's one of the recognizable features, along with the big sleeves and the crops, is the collar. So I have that poking out a little bit. I was originally just gonna have like the hood of the coat, but I thought the collar was just a signature little thing, so I kept that. Yeah, I think it's nice to keep somewhat similar silhouettes and color schemes throughout outfits and designs to keep the character more recognizable. So that's what I tried to do. Now this chest plate, I don't usually draw armor, so it's not super detailed or anything. The information I was given when it was gifted to me in game was that it's a little bit big for Comet, and it was originally meant to be blue. I did change that. But yeah, I tried to keep this like sort of oversized armor piece vibe to it. I think that's so Comet. That's very the fighting element to him just not really fitting. That's just very his character, if that makes sense. So I hope that carries through where it's like a little bit awkward looking on him. Now as for the coat, I kept changing the length of it. I was a little unsure where I wanted it, because when it was long, it looked way too regal, which does not suit Comet's personality. That is not their vibe. But I still wanted to keep an interesting silhouette. If I had it too cropped, it would, I feel it would get a little lost and boring. So I had this like weird mid-length, just above the knees cut. I think it works though. It was tempting to add a bunch of like patches and stuff to add more detail to the coat, since in the original design I have all these like patches all over his sleeve. But this coat was, I believe it was given to us by townspeople. Shockingly not stolen, despite being a pirate. I originally, like ages ago, did draw little doodles of us all in cloaks, which we did steal. But this is a new coat. And since it was a gift, it is not customized to Comet's exact personality, so I just wanted to keep it a little bit more simple. And it's honestly such a wonder that these townspeople did gift us coats, and they also, I think, gave us a wagon. But when we first arrived into this town, here's a little D&D story time, kind of. When we first arrived in this town, we just immediately start interrogating these people, and then we go to bed, get attacked by like an old enemy from like ages ago, get in this huge fight and burn down the inn in the process, and then I just proceeded to lie my way out of consequences for burning down an inn, and then they gave us coats and a wagon and we left the town. We are such menaces, you know. I'll take it. Honestly, Comet just lies all the time, almost every session. It's kind of fun to play a character like that, because I personally, I don't lie very much. I feel like the biggest lie I've ever told that I can think of is when my friend dropped my keys down the sewer grate in high school, and I just told my mom that I did it, because I felt like she would feel awkward if I told my mom that she did it. So I just took the blame. Genuinely, I think, like, when I try to rack my brain, that's all that comes to mind. So it's fun to play a character that's a little different from me. Comet in general is just like way more high energy than I am, so sometimes it is kind of a struggle to play him. But it's fun. It's always a good time. But anyway, back to the design. I imagine that his original clothes and that original design is all underneath this coat and underneath the armor. So I did just keep the pants the same. And that way we do get a little hint of the little patches, like the star patch on the knee, and then I added one to the back of the leg that you can't see in the old design, but I've decided is there now. And I tried to draw little hints of the original outfit peeking out, like the yellow whatever that is tied to his waist hanging down, and the collar of the shirt and all that. I also moved the belt. He originally has this belt underneath the outfit on top of the yellow sash, whatever that is. But I moved it to like cinch in the coat. I just thought, again, that like helps the silhouette and also carries more elements of the original design to this one. Also, with the pants, they were originally cropped pants, but because this is like a winter design, I just made the boots taller so that there's not bare skin on the legs showing, because chilly. I also realized, because I was trying to carry elements from the original design to this one, like with the backpack as well, and we still have the leather shoulder pad. And then I wanted to keep the sword from the original design, but I forgot that I have a new sword, and I've had a new sword for a long time, but I drew the old one. So just know that's the wrong sword, and Comet would have a much cooler new sword in that sheath that I didn't draw. Just imagine. I've got like a cool flame sword. Yeah, it's so cool, and I know how to design weapons, and I'm good at it, and that's why I definitely would have done it if I remembered, you know? Maybe someday. Oh, and also, for the pose, I also wasn't sure what to do for a pose for this random outfit, so I just had him walking, but it's really funny to me, because to me, it looks like bros in a advert or like a runway with the hand in the pocket and the little strut. I just think that's really funny. He's modeling. But anyways, the colors were a struggle as well. Like I mentioned, the armor chest plate was originally supposed to be blue, but I was told that I could change it to whatever I want. So I did. I tried to make the blue work, especially since I thought that would be like a cool reminiscent of the original vest, which it's taking the place of in terms of silhouette. But yeah, I just couldn't figure out how to make the blue work. I ended up making it gold with a blue coat. It just felt like the colors were more balanced that way, with the gold peeking out at the bottom, and then we get the breakup with the blue coat and then the gold chest plate. That just made more sense to me. I have this thing I do with character design. I don't know if this is a real thing or if I don't know. But in my head, this makes sense, where I think of the rule of thirds, but in terms of colors. So you have a predominant color and then 2 accent colors, and you split that between the design. Does that make sense? So I have this majority blue with the pants and the coat, and then you have a little bit of gold and red, and it all balances out. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head, and so that's what I was trying to do there. Also, like in the original design, I had this sort of primary color scheme going that I wanted to carry out throughout this. So the like brighter yellows, blues, and reds made sense to keep that. I had toyed around with like dimmer colors and like less saturated colors, but I think the brightly saturated vibe makes sense for Comet. Also, because we're in a cool climate, the blue makes sense. It looks colder, you know? Comet's a very warm looking person, so adding all that blue in the cold belt makes sense to me. Everything just makes sense to me. That's how character design works. If it makes sense, you just do it. I also tried to add some texture to the coat to make it look a little bit warmer. That's never been one of my strong suits. I tried to make it look sort of like a felted coat was sort of the vibe I was thinking. I hope that carried out at least a little bit. I tried to make the clothing folds look a little thicker, and then added these little texturing. I don't know. That's something I should work on, is textures, but yeah, that's the design. And then I added this little side drawing at the bottom of the canvas, because I wanted to draw what it would look like with the hood up. So we've got the little hood up, and I also wanted to add a bit more, I guess, detail to the chest plate. We've got these like leather straps that hold it together. I imagine, as well as on the shoulders, there'd be some on the sides to sort of hold it together. We got like a front piece and a back piece, you know? That's how you get into it. And then I also added a bunch of blush to both of the drawings, because it's cold these days where we are, and I wanted to draw that, and I think it's cute. Also, the face in that bottom drawing looks a little bit weird. I feel like there's something off. Like, it doesn't really look comedy, but oh well, happens. This is why I couldn't do a webcomic. I'm so bad at being consistent with facial features and stuff. And that's the design. I hope you enjoyed watching it and hearing some insight into how I design new outfits for the same character. It's a bit of a different process than designing a character from scratch, but it's very fun to do. I enjoy it. And if you're interested in more Comet content, we have the original video of me designing him from scratch. But we also, our lovely, amazing DM Jihe has session recaps on her channel with little sprites of all the characters as she recaps our sessions. There's 3 episodes so far, so if you're interested in that, please go subscribe to her to keep up with Comet's story, as well as the other party members, which are also really cool and interesting. And thank you again, Parblo, for sending me this tablet to review. And if you are interested in it, like I said before, the links are in the description. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!